Good morning, everybody. It's hump day. Oh, man, I used to know this guy. His name was Jason, man. He was a tall dude. He passed away, man. He was a great guy. And he used to come through the shop all the time in the shop. He was like, Wednesday. He's like, oh, he's that big camel. He's like, he's just huge. He's like, it's hump day. I'm like, oh, okay, it's over. We're getting there towards the middle of the week there. So let me grab myself coffee first thing first. I gotta dig it in here because I got two cups going on. I don't know which one this one is. That looks pretty clean. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, it's hot. That's good. So we're back at we're back at the other side. I don't want to bore you and show you everything I was cleaning to get this differential going. Actually, it's going fine. Actually, to finish the differential. So, let me have another sip or two. I gotta lower this music because I know it's way too loud. For some reason, my hearing aids pick it up. Everything picks it up. So, we did finish. I decided instead of just doing half the rear, I change my mind all the time. It's like my socks. I change my socks like crazy. You know, I just like you gotta take care of your feet. I'm finding that out, man. You really gotta take. I've been trying for years. Take care of your feet, especially when you're on them all day long. You gotta take care of them, man. You gotta take care of them. That's true. You know, it's not your back support, man, but it's gotta get you around. I don't care. You put me in a wheelchair, I'll keep working on Jeeps. I don't give a crap. I'll take the seat out. Hey, I won't have to fix the seat. I'll be in a wheelchair. I'll be like, hey, this is easier. Not really. Almost there. So I like to grab one part before I get going and show you what I'm doing. I got a list of things to do and I gotta be out of here in like 15 minutes. I'm trying to get on the road today a little earlier. So I'm gonna kind of finish. I might not finish everything, but at least I'm gonna finish this video and show you what I'm doing. And it's very important actually. Remember yesterday I left it off on this side, and I told you before you do the other side, and we're gonna go there in a second, put a clamp on here. So just put a C-clamp in here so this piston, when you compress that piston back to get the rotors and pads off to clean it all up, you don't want this to pop out. You'll be pissed at me. You'll be like, why didn't you tell me to clamp it? I'll be like, sorry. It's not so bad. You don't have to go too crazy, and a lot of this, what you do is don't compress it all the way. I mean, you can, but rule of thumb is don't do it because that could be a little rust within the. I've never had a real problem, but just don't do it. Just go close enough and you're good. Especially when you got a used pad you're putting on. It doesn't matter. You got plenty of clearance. And before you do get on the road, pump all this up. Pump your brakes back up. You know, either you don't have to start it, or you do have to start it, whatever way you want to do it, whatever floats your boat. Pump it back up so the piston goes back against the rotor so the first time you drive out, you actually have brakes. Because there's been a couple times I've left the shop, I said, oh shit, I'm leaving the shop. And you're just, and you know what it is? The longer you do it, you don't panic. You just go, hi, I got no brakes. There they are. Okay, yeah. Most guys will just put it to the floor and go, oh crap. No, man, dude, just pump. It'll come back. It'll come back. If it don't come back, you got a major. Then guess what? You better just throw it in park. Hit the e-brake. Although fails, hit a wall. And I guarantee you, every mechanic's out there that's their worst nightmare. It's like you get into an accident, and the first thing you think, oh man, they're gonna fire me. If you're really good, it's an accident. They're not gonna let you go, man. Not if you're good. If you suck, they're gonna go, well, guess what? Now we have a reason to get rid of him. So let me show you the other side, what we got going on. So we got that one stage, right? Brake system going on. So this side, let me show you the good and the bad before I get right to the removing the caliper. So on this side, I have it where, I mean, I wish it'd show more in detail and everything. But let me get a flashlight. Maybe that. See, sometimes a flashlight's too much glare. Not enough glare. So I did clean all this up this morning. I spent like an hour so far. And like I said, back to the wire brushes. Let me zoom you back out a little bit. There you go. Back to the wire brushes, heavy, go on all this stuff. Take your rag, go between everything, get all this gunk out, you know. Because, no matter what, I only want to do the shackles, which kind of things you see, the shackles, the springs. You're going to do the sway bars, all the front end components. And after you do, I'm going to pop a little more grease in it, make it look good. Everything's tight. And I keep sitting there, I keep going back and forth. I'm like, take it apart, do this. No, don't do nothing. Everything works. You're not rebuilding anything. Everything works. You're just repainting it, cleaning up, putting it back on the road. You got to get them back on the road. You don't want to sit this thing forever. Like, I'm only doing this because one thing, it's cold out and the soft top is off. I want to drive it so bad. I was sitting in it 5 minutes ago. I'm like, you got to get this done. So my plan or objective is to finish painting this today. Finish painting this whole rear and the brakes back on, tires on. That's a lot. That's a lot in one day. Doesn't sound like much. You can half-ass it and be done, and you'd be like, that looks like crap. We're not doing that. We're gonna have it make it look nice. First, you got to go through. Got to finish cleaning it. We got to take this rotor off. I got to go on the road. Then I got to come back. Then I can etch it, which is primer, I think. That will clean everything up and prepare for the paint. And then you got to paint it. And then you got to let it dry before you put everything back on, because you don't want to put everything back on. I mean, so we're gonna take these rotors off and pads off. So, like I said, you got to get in here with a heavy brush on the heavier stuff, and then you take I use a heavier wire wheel, wire brush, and then you get really into crevices. Like you can get pretty clean. I mean, who wants to do this? Well, when you're trying to do something cheap, these are the things you do cheap, and you don't spend any money. It's just time and labor. And if you put a nickel on all the labor I put into these vehicles, you can't beat it. Like, the labor is ridiculous. Like, I'll spend on this differential and putting all this together probably 20 hours. 20 hours. And probably like $20, $50, whatever it is, but it'll all be done. You won't have to play with it for a while. I mean, check it every oil change. That's what I do. That's what's good important about doing oil changes yourself. Then you look at everything. You look at tires, you look here, you just grab things, move things around, see if everything works. This is why you do this. So while I was doing this, I was checking things. Everything seems to be very good. I mean, the stabilizer could be changed. Could be. It still probably works because it's functioning perfect. Shocks, they're still working. Springs are working and nothing's broken. So what else does it do? Paint it. Clean it up, paint it. The shackles are good. Even I mean, everything's tight on these freaking things. I mean, these things are tight. These things were built back in the freaking... They're built, man. That's all I can tell you. But after you do clean everything off the best you can, then just take it there and you show that. So let me take you on this side. I'm going to keep it a little short and put my coffee down. Oh no, he's got to drop his coffee. Let's not drop the coffee. I'll tell you, those mugs have been around for a while. I bought my father a set. I think he likes them. So on this side, you're going to depress it. Same thing, I always just take something. Push the rotor caliper back. Now, it was free. It was free. I dropped my screwdriver. That sucks. Hold on. Alright, it's got like a mini pry bar. It works good. Just got enough leverage to get you back and get you doing what you got to do. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. I'm not going to show you that. I'm just showing you what you need to do to finish compressing that piston. And it's like, these pistons are probably solid steel. You don't have to worry about it. But some of these newer pistons on newer cars, they're like a ceramic piston. Some of these calipers are aluminum. Never really had luck with those damn things. My mom's Chevy Malibu had aluminum calipers, and yeah, you misdiagnose those things like crazy, because it's like we used that car all the time. That was like a family beater. Oh, we had a Tempo before that. We had a blue, like a baby blue Tempo. I didn't understand that before. I'm just doing it slowly. Before we bought the Tempo. Before we bought the Tempo, after we bought the Tempo, no, I don't know. I remember those years. You gotta watch, track these pads. I'm trying to be really not cheap about it, but so that's all back to that's back, and obviously it spins fine. Remember, when you put all this back together, make sure the backing plate, after you're done, push the rotor here, spin it. Make sure your rotor don't hit the backing plate, because after you put it all together, the worst thing is driving down the road here. And people are like, and you're like, and you do this. You take this, and you just go, and you're like, oh, noise has gone away. This is metal on metal. It's not going to move. So get all that done. So now I'm going to be taking this apart. I might as well show you that in a couple minutes. And that should be enough for today. I wanted to look a couple things I'm going to throw in while I do this cleaning up. I want to check the differential gear ratio, and I'll show you how I mark that, and I'll do that later. If anybody's watching, kind of remind me of that. Send me a text. Say, hey, Lenny, what about that ratio? I'll be like, yeah, what about that ratio? This side's a little tight. I don't know. Maybe it's a little seized up. I mean, this is coming out fine, but let's see if it actually moves before we do all that. No, I move. So the caliper moves smoothly. I can't believe this thing. This is amazing. This must have been driven more, because when I got the yellow Submarine, everything was frozen. And I tried repairing things. Nothing worked. It was like, son of a gun. That thing was like, people are like, you see the stuff I do to this? I'm not putting a lot of parts in it. I put everything into that yellow Submarine. And people are like, why you want so much? You know how many parts I put in that thing? I mean, it still needs work, and it will need work until it'll need work forever. I mean, that's normal. You get a brand new vehicle needed work. My brand new Godzilla needed work. I told that to the salesman. He's like, what do you mean? I said, well, I had to fix 3 things on the brand new truck that you said was perfect. He's like, what? And I said, well, first, the exhaust was crooked. So I had to loosen the brackets up and like quick check. I'll go underneath it. And then I'm doing that, and I fixed that. I just had to loosen one side up because it had 4 pipes coming out the back, and then the actual muffler was like this. And I'm like, the first thing you do is look at the back of a car. I mean, think about it. You come up to a hot-looking girl, or your wife, and you go, oh, look at that. So you want to look at it, the rear. So you look in the rear of the car. You look at the rear of the Jeep, right? You're like, freaking thing's crooked. And then right there, you're done. Now, when you look at it, you're like, yeah, that's nice. Because it's sitting straight, it's flush, all the pipes are even, the exhaust is like pop, 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 coming out. And it's cool on that. That's got the performance exhaust, so it's got 4 tailpipes coming out. 2 are at idle, and they're breathing. But then when you romp on it, the butterfly's open, or vacuum operated, whomp, and then the freaking thing is wide open. As in, it's a nasty sounding truck. As in, good nasty. It's like, people are like, what the hell was that? I'm like, it's just a Jeep. Dude, with one of these, it doesn't sound the same. It's just like, boom, boom. They sound like Army Jeeps, you know? They just like, this one's actually nice. This one has he put a Dynamax exhaust on here. He's got a Dynamax muffler and tailpipe with I think it's a stainless steel tip on here. I mean, it's old, but guess what? It sounds pretty good, actually. It's nice. The front's got a little exhaust thing, but That's normal. So here we go. On this side, I'm not going to show you everything, but I'm just going to leave it short. Slides move, pads are decent. We're going to pop all this off. We're going to clean it all up. We're going to do the same thing as the other side. You can see right there, you can just see all the rust in here. Rotor's the same as the other side. I mean, the rotors it has no pulsation. We're gonna clean them up and put them back on. The pads are halfway. You're not gonna do a brake job. I mean, well, oh, why are you there, dude? No, I'm not. Because I'm selling it. So the next person, maybe 20,000 miles from now, when you hit about 250, 260,000, then you're gonna do brakes. Don't worry, you got other things to do. Not much. And I got that gauge coming, that oil pressure gauge. I ordered it. And like I sell a lot of things on eBay. So I got that gauge coming. So let me show you a really close up, and maybe that'll help you see how bad this is. And then I'll show you after I clean it all up. So this is more of a close up of everything, and you can see how scaly everything is, and all whatever. There's probably something living right there. I don't want to put my finger in it. Pow! So clean this all up, and then you'll be all done. You're ready to put. This is the last little section I got to do. So that's it. I just wanted to show you a close up, and I'll try to remind myself to put another close up of everything. The pads, you can look at them. Another close up on those ones too. So the pads, look, they got plenty of meat on them, but they're rusty looking, and I mean, they haven't been moved. I mean, look, they're just, but so what? As long as this material is holding on to that, which these are not the best type of brake pads, I'll tell you why. These are riveted on, or wait, no, these are, can't even tell if these are bonded or riveted. It almost looks like they're riveted. No, I think they're bonded. I can't even tell if the rivets are worn out or not. It almost looks like they're riveted. They might be riveted. The riveted ones are stronger, and then they have bonded ones. Basically, they're glue or epoxied on. The actual friction material is this. So this is all you have to worry about. You ain't got to worry about for at least 20, 30,000. That might be pretty darn new. You'll know when you collapse the caliper. If you collapse it a lot, then you got some pads that are gone, man. But if you're just doing it like that was just a little bit, maybe a half inch. The caliper is almost all the way back, so you don't have to do too much. So we're going to put this all over here. We're going to clean up the caliper, clean this all up, find the ratio. We're going to find that shock manufacturer, and then I'll look at one more last thing before I go, and then I'm going on the road. It's getting a little late. Shut down the shop for a little while. I got to get out of here today. So then I'm going to come back. So a couple things I'm doing over here. I'm actually fixing this for one of my friends. I don't know why. It's one of those heat lamps. It's got spark. The pilot works, but none of the gas is coming out of here to keep it going. So I have to take this apart. But that has nothing to do with the damn Jeep. But what I wanted to show you, I got a couple things. I got my insurance. I got to return a couple things. eBay. Yeah, I got to return eBay stuff. But this set right here, I always show everybody my sets. Here's a set of tap and dies. And here's all your taps or dies, whichever which it is. Now, if you look, it says Ace Super Set, right? This is the same set as my Snap-on, and this is a metric set. It's a nice little set. It has all the pieces going still. Every one is there. Oh no, two are missing. One is here is missing, and one is here is missing. I'll see if I can find that. And I took the actual paper. I don't know why I did this, but it had the original paper here that told you everything about it, which was interesting, because then it would tell you the taps, the dies. It would tell you what drill bits to use. All the interesting things. I was like, oh, I want that piece of paperwork. So I actually took the piece of paperwork and put it on my Snap-on ones. Now these sets, it doesn't sound like they're crazy. These could be like, I think I spent back in '87 or something like that, like $300 a set. Sometimes they might go for $450 brand new, these sets. I mean, I've learned a lot. So, and they're warranted forever. So snap a die or a tap and just go back to the Snap-on, man. I mean, he loses money with me. I don't see him much anymore because there's no reason. If you don't abuse your tools, you shouldn't snap them. But sometimes you're just like, I think snap, son of a, you snap a tap, a good tap. Just shake your head and go like this. Oh no, it's gonna be a bad day, because, man. That's the strongest steel they usually make out of good quality ones. So this has got a good quality set in here. So anybody watching my videos, Motor Speed 1984 on eBay, go buy it. I mean, I don't know, I forget what price I have on, reasonable, or make an offer. So I just wanted to promote that. I'm trying to promote one thing at a time and do a little Jeep stuff. So I'll be back in a little bit and we're gonna get that differential going on. So I'll see everybody in a little bit. Happy hump day.